Hey, good people, good people. I know it's dark. Give me a second. I'm in the garage and I'm in a dark spot. The spotlight is busted here. Hi, you guys. When y'all see this, I hope that y'all are having a great day, night, evening, morning. I remember Socialite Sandy used to always say that. Because it's true. You never know when people are gonna watch your video. You know, you could put it out in the night, but they may watch it in the morning, or you know, something like that. So y'all know, when y'all see me vlogging from the car, I set the camera up before I start driving because it's hard for me to set it up once I'm on the road. So my route is a little cuckoo crazy, so I set it up before I even hit the road. So we'll be good to go. The last time I think I did from the car, I had to shut it off for security reasons. Somebody walked up to my car and I needed to cut that clip out, so I did. So let's go. Today's chilly. I mean, I always put the date in my videos for reference for myself and for others. But today is the 15th, September 15th, and it's about that time to pull out the jackets, y'all. I just wore a blazer today, but I am definitely going to look for my jackets and have them ready for these cool mornings. Leaving my house today, I think it was 50 something degrees, and the high today was only 70 something. Child, listen, that is cold. All right, so I see somebody I'm about to start talking to. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. Two things just happened, but I ain't gonna even get into it. I don't got the energy to even tell y'all what just happened, but little slight words were exchanged between me and some crazy lady in a truck, and it didn't really go too well, but I use my inner peace and I just let her be, because sometimes it really is not even worth getting into it with people taking all your energy. She was in the wrong, but child, I don't know, I guess she was having her one of those days and she thought that she was just gonna curse me all the way out and disrespect me. We let her be, child. We just let her be. And then I saw my homegirl, one of my homegirls. I needed to talk to her real quick, but I wasn't gonna put her on camera. Anyway, yeah, you guys, so I said, the last thing I said was the weather, pulling out jackets. Like, tell me what's going on in y'all area. I know I always say it, but I get, you know, a few subscribers trickle in every now and again. 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, whatever. And some people comment, some people don't. And I just be curious to know who watching, child. I just be wanting to know who watching, but it's fine. We turn this off. So what I did with my little sticky thing. I only got 2 things to talk about today. I don't want the video to be super long, but y'all know I tend to be very long-winded because I'm just so passionate about it, passionate about the things that I talk about, and y'all know, it just is what it is. But so y'all heard about PNB Rock, who got killed. I think it's been about 3 days, maybe 4 days ago. It's been confirmed by the actual police that it was because he shared his location on Instagram. And why are you trying to drop, child? I swear, these trucks, like, you can't outpower my car, but you're trying to race me. Slow down. It's actually like one of those I don't know if it's everywhere, but in New York there's like small buses that transport people, like hotels. You know, like hotels be having those small little vans or trucks or whatever that transport people
from the hotel. And he, like, you beeping me, like that was the same truck person. Like, this is a professional that has a number on the truck that said, can y'all see it in my back mirror? That says report if driving unsafe. Like, calm the down. Like, the light just turned. Now the person in front of me couldn't go because the person in front of them had, this is why my videos be long, because I be giving y'all a little play-by-play. Anyway, yeah, PNB rock, you guys. It was confirmed today that the police confirmed that sharing the location on Instagram is what brought the people that inevitably killed him, and the fact that the girl who he was with also posted where they were, and people got the location and ended up going to them, robbing him for the jewelry. I guess they posted pictures. I mean, RIP before I even get into anything. I mean, I just hate saying that because it's just like a life lost is so much more than like RIP. But what else can you say? Like, what else can you do? I feel so hurt and sad for his family or whatever, but it just reiterates all the things that I always tell you guys. Like, my audience, I say this to the younger people in my life, I say this to my family all the time. Please be careful with what you share on social media. Everybody wants to do the whole, I'm not gonna even say flexing, right? Because like I always tell y'all, I believe that, are you driving master on the highway? I just don't understand. Social media, there are the goods and the bads of it, right? I'm not a social media hater. I think that there is a place for it. I love sharing certain things. I love seeing y'all, the ones that I follow, post y'all lives, the cool things that y'all have purchased, gifts, your kids, you know, that have grown up, and you just get over, bro. Just get over. Don't even put a signal on. You know, recipes and
hairstyles and your makeup and, you know, all the stuff that you want to buy when you make accomplishments and you get that new car, you get that new house. Like, I love to see those things, especially the people who I'm following. I'm interested in you, and I feel like a lot of us who have been following each other, like retro my girl Retro Diva Jones said, a lot of us have become invested in each other's lives, right? Now, if y'all have been a day one Tubi of mine, I have told y'all from the beginning that I will be very selective about the things that I share about my life, my personal business. You know, I was very, very cautious of that from day one, especially when I started vlogging. When I started vlogging, it was even more important to me to be aware of, you know, my house, showing license plates, things like that. I'm just that person, one, because of what I do for a living, and two, me growing up in the hood and seeing hood shit. Excuse me, I've seen people get set up. I've seen people get robbed. I've never seen anybody get killed. Thank God, knock on wood. I don't ever want to see that. But I have been witness to the after effects of that. And it's always over some silly mess. Jealousy, envy, you know what I mean? Like, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, talking too much, sharing too much. Like, people will set you up that you think are your friends, you know? Like, it is very sad because a lot of people are out here dealing with heavy stuff, right? Even the people that are online pretending like their lives are great, the people that show you all this great stuff but have so much stuff going on in the background, it's heavy, things are heavy, but they don't want to share that part. But those are the people who are envious, those are the people who are jealous, those are the people that will freaking watch where you going and set your ass up or rob your ass or something like that. And it's a very hard fact that this is the world that we live in, you know what I mean? And I speak to a lot of you, I watch a lot of your channels, and this, you know, I live in New York, New York is heavy in crime anyway, because we are so densely populated. There's so many people here. This is like a melting pot. We have people from everywhere, every city, every country, every state, whatever. It brings mess, okay? And I mean, like I said, I know things go on everywhere, you know, especially in our, like, the poorer communities, the low income communities, things like that. People are down on their luck, you know. There's a lot of mental health involved in these sort of things. People robbing, people, you know, stealing, all that sort of things. There's no resources, there's no programs. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like these people shouldn't be responsible, but what we also have to realize is that there's another element to these people who are out here committing crimes. Some people are just assholes and, you know, they know better, and there are other people who might rob you because their kid gotta eat, or, you know what I mean, may not have wanted to kill someone, but they was mentally struggling and were unable to get the help that they need. That there's no excuse. I feel there's no excuse, but I'm also not so blind to the fact that there's other things going on out here that contribute to other things that are going on out here, right? So this is why, like I told y'all, and if you watched for years, I have always spoken about being on top of your security. Like, we are all on here, the people that make videos, sharing bits and pieces of our lives, our families, their lives, you know what I mean? Like, you have no idea who's watching you, okay? You know, the people that comment on your videos, and even then, right? Because there's people who have channels, like I have people that comment on my videos. Some don't make videos anymore, but there are some who never made videos, and they've been talking to me for years. I don't know who these people are, really. You only know them from, you know, like the comments. You don't really know them. You don't know if that woman in your comments is somebody you know or not. Like, you just don't know. So I always have and always will err on the side of caution when you are on a public platform, and anyone from anywhere can pull up your channel and possibly see you on here acting a donkey. You know what I mean? Like, it just like anybody from anywhere could go to your channel, and people be on here doing the absolute most. Like, and I get it, right? Because I have said this as well. I do believe that YouTube is beneficial for a lot of us, and a lot of people use YouTube as an outlet, and I don't see anything wrong with that. My personal opinion is I don't see anything wrong with that. If you can find some comfort in getting on a camera and talking out your feelings or your issues, I think that's great. You know what I mean? That save you a lot of money instead of going to get therapy. Some people actually need to go and pay for therapy, okay? That I do also believe. YouTube is good, but some people need real therapy to help them get through their issues and heal their inner BS, you know. And a lot of triggers, I'll say for me too, a lot of our triggers, I've worked really hard on my triggers, and I'm proud to say, but it did not come easily. It came with work. Number one, you have to admit to yourself what your own issues are. You have to be willing to be open and honest with yourself before you can actually heal and move on and be at peace. Because a lot of the triggers is because unhealed issues in your brain, in your mind, that you are not over, things that bother you, you know what I mean? But a lot of people will not admit to certain things. A lot of people won't be honest with themselves. They rather blame somebody else, or they rather talk mess about somebody else rather than getting the help that they really need for their own problems, you know. And it's unfortunate, but same thing, Pop Smoke. Y'all heard me talk about Pop Smoke. I remember when he got killed, and I remember finding out it was because somebody figured out where he lived based on the shit that he was posting on social media. And again, a very young brother from New York lost his life because somebody from the outside looking in was envious of what he had because he was from the hood. And that's another thing too. When you come from humble backgrounds, right, and you make it out of those humble backgrounds, and now you able to live a life of luxury or leisure or whatever it is, people do not like to see that. Okay, my husband and I, we talk about this all the time. People do not like to see, especially if y'all came from the same place, but now you are not in the same place. But it's not because somebody gave you something, it's because you worked for it, you made different choices, you know, you sacrificed whatever to put yourself in a better position. That's why you are not in the same place. But that's not what they see. They don't see the work, they don't see the hard work, they don't see the sacrifice. All they see is, oh, you came from my hood and now you think you better than me because, oh, you live a certain place, you got a certain amount of money or whatever. And it's so sad, because it's like, you don't want to have to, I know for me, I'll speak for me personally, I always like to speak from my own perspective. I have had a lot of friends, right, that came from my hood. Now, y'all see, like, some people in the comments are like from my area, whatever. I'm the same freaking person, but I refuse to stay in the same spot. There are people who have, you know, going 15, 20 years, and they are in the same spot. They have done nothing with their lives, and they're mad at other people who have done something with their lives. And I cannot understand that. If you have not done anything to improve your situation and you are not happy with your situation, but you mad at somebody else who has done the work, but you mad? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how are you mad? Don't get mad, boo. Get motivated. Sometimes, though, it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late, because it takes years to dig it. If you start from zero, I started from zero. There was no handouts. There was no mama, daddy, grandma leaving, you know, big wills and money or whatever. Nope. I started from zero. Okay. But with my own plan, my own determination, my husband being also very like-minded as far as hustle goes, yo, we made $1 out of 15 cents. You know what I mean? And I will never ever really on the internet tell all of our business. I have become a lot more open with sharing things, right? Because like I always say, this vlog channel, this YouTube channel has never been about making money for me, you know, like trying to be famous. That's not the goal for me. It really never has been the goal for me. I always used YouTube as a creative outlet, right? And then it turned into other things for me, because that's just what came with the platform. Not because I was trying for those things to happen, but it just came with the platform, right? Once you're on it, you're in the community, you know, certain things start to happen for you, whether it be meeting really good friends, or, you know, companies wanting to work with you, or people wanting to send you stuff, or, you know, getting invited to certain things. Like, it just depends on, I guess, what audience you bring and what people see in you, really, right? But for me, especially, like I said, the vlog channel was to capture my life, my memories. Because for me, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's go. Like, you driving 2 miles an hour on the highway. I don't understand it. I always tell y'all, like, when my brother passed, what is going on? Yo, I'm about to beat my horn, man. And I usually try not to beat my horn, because I be like, oh, you never know what's going on with people. But I'm literally looking at this person with they turn the signal when they're not even turning, and they driving mad slow. I always felt like after my brother died, and this is for the new people, if y'all heard this before, my apologies. I know I repeat myself a lot, but again, whatever's in my head and my heart at the moment, I like to say that in my videos. But I just was like, when my younger brother died, it was a struggle for my family to find pictures, videos, like anything, just to like look back on his life. And I was just like, yo, this is so whack. Like, all right, I gotta get over. I can't take it no more. Let me see what this person is doing, because I can't. Fucking old ass man look like he probably don't even got a license. It was hurtful. It was hurtful. I know y'all, I be going left, but this how my videos go. It was hurtful for me to not have much. I have a few pictures. My brother was really not a picture person. He was a real chill sweetheart, you know what I mean? He wasn't about that internet life. He wasn't about that social media life. He wasn't flashy. He was just like a gentle giant. My brother was almost 7 feet tall. He could have probably went to the NBA, but things in life, you know, altered his path or whatever. But he was my baby. Literally, my younger brother was my first child. You know what I mean? Like, I raised him basically, and a lot of like my younger cousins, because as y'all heard me say, some of the adults in my life, not that they were bad people, you know, my girl Leah Ray always says, your parents did the best that they could, right? And people, you know, like the elders in your family. I do believe that to a degree, and I also believe that some people, adults, did not do the best that they could. You know what I mean? Like, when you bring children into the world, or you take care of other people's children, right? You're responsible for other people's children. That is a responsibility that you need to take very seriously. These are people's lives. You know what I mean? This is people's, it'll affect them forever, you know? And some people just, like one of my aunts, she just was about herself, you know, just selfish. And it has affected generations of people, without me getting too crazy or into it. And I think also that being something that I saw at a young age, even as a young girl, like, I just was like, never, like, I will never be that. I will never be this person who does nothing. I see my family struggling, my husband struggling, and I'm just doing nothing to help. I'm just sitting home or shopping or whatever. Like, what? Like, never. You will never catch me being that person. And that shit lit fire under me. Having also good people in my life, you know, good family members who were super motivated and accomplished, where I could see both sides. I could see, oh, hell no, I'm definitely not gonna be like that person, but ooh, I could definitely emulate this person. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, my great aunt, I give her a lot of credit, because she was the elder in my family, and she saw potential in me. She made sure I went to the best schools. She made sure that I was in the right circles. She made sure that I knew how to dress, that I knew how to speak. And she didn't have to do that shit. Y'all know how many people in my family, out of me and my cousins, like, but she picked me out of everybody. Whatever she saw in me, I'm super grateful, because she took me under the wing, and I got everything, all the game I could get from her. You know what I mean? She is still alive, but she's really old now. She lives down south. She lives in North Carolina. And you know, I credit her for a lot of stuff. Like, my mom, again, because of I feel like my dad, you know, like, her head wasn't necessarily always in the right place, and my mother is just like, also like my brother, they were gentle souls, you know, and that's the best way I can explain it. You know, they let people take advantage of them. They let people use them until they're used up, and then they have nothing to give, you know, to themselves, their families. And it's unfortunate, because people like that really need to be valued and taken care of. But see, for me, I'm not like that, and I never was like that, because I just saw that that's not what I was going to be. Now, with that being said, people in my family will tell you that I'm also like that, right? Some people in my family will tell you that I also have that quality from my mom. I have that, oh, I let people take advantage of me, oh, I let people in, and I give people way too many chances, and then they use me, or they get whatever, feel some type of way, and then they don't, you know, they throw me to the curb or whatever. And I don't want to say that that's true, but people in my family will tell you that that is true. And then you have my dad, who is a thug, My dad is a total thug out in these streets, and he don't play none of that shit, and he is not the one for nothing. Okay, I got a lot of my street smarts from my father. Okay, so again, I always say, like, I feel like I'm a good mix of both my mother and my father, and then also like my great aunt and uncles and stuff like that help influence the woman that I am today. And I'm super appreciative for all the lessons, good, bad, and indifferent, because they have made me who I am today. I do believe a lot of my childhood influenced where I am in my life, in good ways and in bad ways, but I guess that's just how it goes for all of us, right? Back to the whole point of protecting your personal information. If I could tell y'all anything about the internet, which I have been telling y'all, my audience, for years, please be more cautious with the things that you share on the internet, right? Again, I don't find anything wrong with us being able to share amongst our community, our lives and the things that bring us pleasure and our accomplishments, and being able to buy beautiful things and experience beautiful things. Absolutely, everybody wants to be able to share those things because those things are great, but just be more cautious of what you're sharing, details, and where you live and your area and shit like that. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I know people that would show up to a motherfucking door to steal. Like, sorry, it is what it is. I do. Because there are people out here that do not give a shit about you, your family, your safety. All they're trying to do is get a come up, okay? And Nipsey Hussle in his own hood, young Dolph in his own hood, going to get cookies. Some hating ass people killed this man, took his life. Nipsey took his life for some jealousy shit or some shit that had happened in the past. And I always tell you that, again, you never know who's watching you. You don't know if it's somebody from y'all past. And I think about that shit all the time, because I'm a no-nonsense type of person, and I done cursed out a few people from the past, whatever. You do not know who is watching you. And this is another point I wanted to make, because a lot of times when I'm speaking to certain people, or like my cousins, they give me the ignorant shit like, oh, well, I'm strapped, or like, if they step to me, whatever, it's gonna be a problem. Let me tell y'all something. Carry a weapon every day. I have a license to carry, they like to say, as a government official. I don't give a shit. I don't play with my life. I don't care if I carry a weapon, a bomb. I got personal security. Let me tell y'all something. There are people out here that if they want to get you, you are going to get got. Okay? And I'm talking about real street people. Okay, so all that, I be like, take that shit down a notch, because that shit don't even sound cute. I hear people say it on here too. I have said it as well, but in some real shit, I'm talking about people in the street that have tried me, and I've had to, let it be known, please don't try me, because I'm going to defend my life at all costs. All right, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to do that. I want to go home and relax, sit down, watch my shows, have me a drink, and live in peace. I'm not trying to be out here fighting somebody because they want to rob me, or they're jealous of me, or they don't like me, something I said, I got under their skin. No, I don't want those problems, and nobody should. Who the hell wants those problems? I hear people in here talking about, I carry a gun, blah, blah. Ain't got no gun training, don't properly know how to use a weapon, not going to the range, practicing. Like, and my cousin and I talk about this a lot. My cousin that moved to Florida, because the laws are different. There's no way that she should, okay? And there's a lot of people I feel like that. They should think it's cute to be on here talking about, I got carrying a gun. You fuck around with the wrong, excuse my language, you fuck around with the wrong person that really knows how to use it, or really knows what they're doing in these streets. You ain't gonna even be able to get to your body. Try to rob half these people out here talking about, oh, I'm strapped. Y'all don't even know how to properly carry a shoot a don't know the kickback, don't know, like, it's crazy. And I'm saying this from a place of love, all right? Because I told y'all, like, even my own people in my own family thinking that shit is cute. It is not. It is not cute. A gun is a deadly weapon, okay? Now, do I believe that people have a right to carry? Absolutely. But it's not something to play with. It's not this cute thing that you carry around or you wish a motherfucker would. Because let me tell y'all, there are plenty of motherfuckers that would. And most of y'all, most people are not ready for that smoke. And this is, again, coming from a place of love, okay? So, really, let's get real about real life. Because there's a lot of fake thugs out here. You hear me? There's a lot of fake thugs. There's a lot of people out here that play that tough role, but really aren't tough. That if somebody that's really about that life, that's really coming with that action, step to you, come to you, threaten you, your family, there ain't shit you could do or gonna do. And those are the streets that I'm from. But I don't think this shit is cute. And I don't play tough and thugged out for nobody. No, leave me the fuck alone. Now, if it comes between me and you, oh, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you at the end of the day. Okay, now I have to go for training to carry a weapon every few months. You know, your eyesight, all of that. It's certain things that you have to do when you have a license for your job to be on point. Not these people who just go to get a gun. Okay, you got a little 22. Motherfucker walk up to you with an AR-15 talking about give me your shit. How you gonna get to your 22? Stop it. Stop it. All I'm saying to the people who get the message is having a weapon is cool. I believe everybody has a right to have a weapon, defend your family, but please don't use that weapon as, you know, to make yourself feel better about yourself, or you think you cool because you got a little 22 or whatever, or a stolen Glock or some shit. It's not cute. You got a weapon, somebody, you be prepared. You be prepared to use that weapon, but only if necessary. Because I also know people out here that be pulling guns for no reason because you scared. Because you're not really about that life. You're not really about that life. So your only defense is, oh, I gotta go. Come on now. These things are dangerous. These things are dangerous. But they are, like I said, they are really, if y'all see anything for yourselves, you already know. There are people out here that are really about that life. And they're not playing with you and your little stupid 22. Stop. Please stop. I just really feel some type of way about that with, you know, people playing around like this shit is sweet out here. It is not sweet out here. It is not sweet anywhere, okay? And there are people out here who are hungry, who will do anything to get that come up, or for you, your family, your whatever you have materialistic that they have, that you have, that they want. Oh, they gonna come for you. So you also have to be cautious with that too. You know, sharing what you have, you know what I mean? Showing certain things, you know? And it's unfortunate because, like I said, I love that about social media, being able to share things, right? It's one of the coolest things. You learn about things. You aspire to get certain things because you think it's dope. Maybe you can't get it now, but if you save up, you could get it or whatever, or just, you know, admiring certain things. But just always keep in mind that there could be somebody watching what you got, that want what you got, okay? So please just be very cautious of those things and be safe, okay? Especially my vloggers out there with your cameras and your phones. You know, be careful with your license plates. Be careful with saying what cities you in and where the stores are, where your kids go to school, all of that. This is not a game. It is not a game out here. And if you, I mean, clearly, I mean, when I was saying this on my old channel, there were people who actually tried to like come at me for saying like, oh, I don't show certain things or I protect things. And I've told y'all this before, and it was like, well, bitch, why the fuck you vlogging? Why you on the internet? I I could be on the internet without sharing every detail about my life. I could be on the internet without telling you what I do for a living, how much money I'm making. But like, you can do both. Just be cautious. You can share without oversharing. Don't nobody need to know your location. Don't nobody need to know every restaurant you go to. Don't nobody need to know how much money you making. Like, I'd be goddamn if I tell y'all how much money I'm making. Who? With the strangers of the internet? Why do y'all need to know how much money I'm making? Are y'all doing my taxes? I don't understand. I don't understand. And now to some people it may not be a big deal, but to those people, hey, take your chances. Not me. Not me. My godchild is about to, she's already shot a few videos, but she hasn't made any of her videos live. I had to have like this super duper long talk with her about internet safety and certain things. Like, don't be showing, don't be talking about, you know, don't say your full name, don't give these people any personal information that somebody could track you down with. Just don't do it. And you know, she's pretty smart. She got her head on her shoulders. Most of the stuff that I said, she was like, oh, I already knew that, I already knew that. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, we just need to know. Like, her mom is not on the internet. My cousin is not an internet person. She sign on every now and again, but she don't really be caring like that. The internet is not her thing. So she's not as well versed on how the shit works as I am. And I just want my people to be safe, you know what I mean? Especially my family. Like, I want everybody to be safe, but the people that are closest to me, I have the experience. I've been on the internet for a very long time, and I have learned my lessons. It wasn't always perfect. I have learned my lessons about, you know, people. You know, one day they could be your friend, and the next day they talking shit about you. Like, like, listen, it's just, it is what it is. And you sitting back like, what the fuck did I do? Like, but I don't chase nobody. I'm not chasing anybody. And when people don't have the decency, if they got a problem with me, or they feel some type of way, or they assuming something, if you don't have the decency, if you was ever cool with me, to say something to me, or to be a woman or a man about it and state your concern or your piece, goodbye. Like, goodbye. Like, who has the time? This is the internet. Like, I live a real life. So there's that, you guys. All right, that's all I want to say about that. Just stay safe. Be cautious of what you put online. Ray J, y'all. So if you haven't been living under a rock, then you have heard or seen all the mess that's going on with Ray J and Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner and Kanye and that whole thing. Like, I am not surprised at all. Whatever the last Chitter Chatter video I did, I spoke about the Kardashians. I done told y'all that they are, you know, now converting back to being their true authentic selves after they done robbed, raped, and stolen from the culture. Now they are, you know, they want to be them again, okay? And Ray J came out and basically has said, you know, he was pissed because in one of the Hulu Kardashian episodes, Kim acted like she was so happy that Kanye got her sex tape back, because she didn't know, you know, where it was and how it got out, and she accused Ray J of possibly putting something in her butt while she was sleeping. I was like, wow, that's wild. And I mean, like, just basically still acting like they had no clue how her sex tape, her and Ray J sex tape got out. And I knew this already, or at least this, I really felt like this sex tape was consensual, because legally they could not have put the sex tape out without their consent. Like, just legally you can't do it. They would have faced all type of lawsuits, and you know, the shit would have been done. But whatever. Their family came up off of that, because that's basically how they got that show, based around Kim's sex tape and the whole drama with that. But Kim on the show made it seem like, you know, it was Ray J. It was Ray J who did it. And Kanye tried to act like he was the savior and going to get the laptop with because there was one sex tape that was real raunchy, and then there was another sex tape that wasn't as bad. And Kris Jenner, child, I have no respect for Kris Jenner. People be like, oh, she a hustler. You hustling your fucking kids? You hustling your kids? You pimping out your kids? Like, she pimped out Kim Kardashian. She actually watched the sex tape with Kim and Ray J, and she was the one who decided which one of the sex tapes that they should sign off on. He said they had got like 400 million a piece. Woo, child. Like, I don't know, at that time I'm sure that was crazy money for both of them, right? Kim Kardashian, from the very beginning of her career or life, has been a scammer. That's basically what she has done. She has scammed and used so many people, and most of the people are the people from our culture that have helped her. Okay? And Ray J basically was like, I'll call Cap. He's like, yo, the show basically again was a lie, portrayed him as like this bad guy who snuck in and released this sex tape. And then when she said, oh, he might have put something in my butt in the second sex tape, when she knows exactly what's on the second sex tape. And then Kanye acting like he, you know, did the deal, when Ray J said he was the one who called Kanye like, dude, I'm gonna give this to you, you know what I mean, whatever, this is the other one. And they all knew. So it's disgusting. I mean, but the Kardashians have been disgusting to me for a long time. But I don't know. People continue to support them. Even our own people. Our own people see with their own eyes how they have stolen and just copy and just nothing authentic or nothing original. And people continue to support them, buy their products. I remember when Kylie came out with that damn cheap ass made in China lip kit. There was so many people buying that shit, when there were so many other brands, black brands, that could have been supported. But because her name was popping, people spent their money with her for these crappy ass lip kits filled with chemicals. They said the packaging was leaking. I ain't never buy shit from them. No, I'm lying. A long time ago, I remember I bought something from, damn, what happened over here? Something from Sears. When Sears still around? Because they ain't nothing about me no more. But there was something from Sears, and I did not even realize that it was a Kardashian piece. But I only realized that after I had bought it. But it was cute, and I was like, oh, I don't want to support this, but I had spent my money already, so I wore that shit for a few seasons. Excuse me. But other than that, no way. We have 40 minutes, you guys. So basically, bottom line is, Ray J is spilling all the tea. He came with receipts, okay? Text messages, DMs, like, this is what you said, this is what it is. Kris is a pimp, and she don't care about her children's, you know, well-being or nothing. She gonna pimp their ass out. She did the same thing with Kylie, with that boy, Tiger. Kylie was a child and Tiger was a grown-ass man, and Kris was okay with them having a sexual relationship. And, you know, I'll say allegedly, but was it allegedly? Like, I mean, it was out there for everybody to see. So I don't know. But we gonna say allegedly, because, like, apparently there's so many YouTube people getting sued, child, by these damn these celebrities. They suing mad bloggers, yo, mad bloggers. But anyway, so yeah, you know, I don't feel 100% bad for Ray J, because I forget which blogger it is. If I remember, I'll put her name up here. I watch a lot of her videos. She made a good point and said, and again, y'all gotta be careful what you post. So as he's scrolling, when he's doing his live, you know, showing the receipts, basically people slowed it down and was able to read all of the back and forth between him and Kim over the years. And Ray J was still trying to holler at her not even like a year or so ago. So bruh, you all, I mean, what about Kanye? Like, I thought Kanye was cool with Ray J. Like, people don't be having. And why you talking to Ray J, Kim? Why you talking to Ray J? You was a whole married. Is she still married? They didn't officially get a divorce, or did they? I don't know, child. But Ray J, why you still trying to talk to Kim? Like, it was just like, really? So maybe he mad now because, you know, like, they were supposed to have a deal where they kept quiet, and, you know, Kim would always act like they don't know what happened. Somebody got the sex tape and it was released and blah blah blah, but they knew. The mama knew. They all signed off on it. They all got a freaking cut. And this is what made Kim and her whole family basically into the billionaires that they are today. And they continue to rob, steal, cheat, and make money off of it because you got the masses supporting this nonsense. Okay, I don't subscribe to that nonsense. I don't like fake people. I don't like people that have no creativity, originality. They steal from everybody else, but then they present themselves as these innovators, you know. People, she's mad because Kim's mad because people say she doesn't have any talent, and she's like, but what talent? What talent? I'm a marketing genius. And child, maybe she is. But her mom, they done pimp people for years. They living real good off of the marketing that they have done. But if you have to pimp yourself out, sell your soul, you know what I mean, get all these surgeries to fit this mold of what, you know, you think the world wants, because this world is feed so much on sex and women's bodies and, you know, being popular. And listen, if that's what you got to do to make money, leave me out. Leave me out, because it's too much. And I don't feel bad for Kanye either, because Kanye again, now he mad again. Now every time he get mad at Kim or Kris or whatever, he wanna come back to the black community. I need y'all help. They got my black children. They doing this. They want to send my kids to a white school. All this stuff, Kanye, right? You knew all this already. You knew all of this. You procreated with that family already knowing what it is. You gave them a lot of what they needed to succeed. And now your black children, who are not only black, they are mixed, are stuck. Okay? They are stuck between these two families, and who knows really, you know, what's going on with the kids, because North is a big girl now. And you know, Kanye was all mad that Kim had her on the internet. But look, if Kim's mom, Kris Jenner, is willing to sell her daughter having sex, getting smutted out for some money, what you think she do to her grandkids? I mean, listen, there are certain things that money should not be able to move you to do. Okay, I don't give a shit. Money don't move me like that. There's certain things I am just not doing because I have a different type of respect for myself. Okay, I don't care a million. I'll be broke. There are certain things that I am not going to do for no money. Okay, so some people are the total opposite. They're gonna do anything for money, or anything for a name, or anything for the recognition, or anything for attention, likes, whatever. It's not the life that I would want to live, but it's really a lot of people's reality in this, you know, in this day and age. So that's unfortunate. But you know, at some point I felt bad for Kanye, but I really don't, because he plays both sides of the fence. And you know, when he thinks that the Kardashians and the Jenners ain't really messing with him like that, he calls for help to his community. But when he all in with them and everything's all good, then he back to old Kanye, you know, where in the heck? Like, so at the end of the day, Kanye, your children are with this family, and there's nothing you can do about that at this point, because this is what you chose to do. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times he had a child with Kim. And wasn't 3 of those times or 2 of those times, they went the extra mile because Kim couldn't carry. So they did, you know, they took advantage of the science. They got the money for the procedures and all that, and went the extra mile to get the other 2 babies. You know what I mean? So you really went the extra mile to procreate with her. So sir, I'm sorry, but the people, we not buying it. I pray for those kids, y'all, because like that's messy. You got Kanye and his mess, you got Kim, her family, and their mess. That's a lot for a child. That is a lot for a child. And then, you know, they say the nannies are raising the kids. The nannies are raising the kids. It's unfortunate. You really have to be selective with who you choose to share a life with and who you choose to procreate with. It is a special thing. It is a serious thing. These are lives that you bring into the world. Like, you know, I remember when Kim had first had North, she was like just parading her around like this doll, like dressing her in all these inappropriate things. Like, I just couldn't understand it. Like, this is your baby. Like, but you know, I don't know. To each their own. You know, like I said, Kanye didn't seem to have an issue with any of this stuff because apparently these things have been going on for years. He only has an issue now because Kim done dropped his ass and she don't want to be with himself anymore. And now, oh, it's my black children, my black children. But what about your black children before? Y'all done had nannies for years and years. You didn't have a problem with having the nannies when you was out launching your Yeezy collection, you know, out on tour, you know, Kim trying to be a lawyer. The nannies were great then. So now it's a problem? The nannies are a problem now? Nah, sir. You can't have it both ways. That's it, you guys. I'm going to leave y'all at that because we at 49 minutes. So this is going to be a nice, long chitter chatter. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.